tricky, messy, wow. His wife was apparently at the party and he was there with his side chick at the time. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mthokozisi Thwala, also known as Gwazi Bear on all social media platforms. Please do subscribe, be a part of our family, and if you're a returning subject, welcome back, darling. Anyway guys, as you can tell by the title of this video, I am doing a Senzo Meyiwa trial update. Yes guys, I've been following this case, like I am so invested in this case. So I've been following this case and I decided why not come here, give an update and my thoughts as to what's going on in the trial so far. If you guys are interested in finding out or getting an update as to what's going on in the trial, do stay tuned and you'll hear a bit more about it in this video. And also, if you are a makeup person, I will be doing my makeup whilst talking about this case, so do stay tuned and watch. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you at the end of the video. Okay guys, so I'm gonna get right into this video. I've done my brows off camera and I'm just gonna go on and do the rest of my face whilst we talk about this case, because yeah, I'm so invested. So for those of you who do not know who Senzo Meyiwa is, Senzo Meyiwa was an Orlando Pirates FC football player and our South African goalkeeper, like Bafana goalkeeper, right? Guys, please excuse me if I don't look into the camera, I'm just a bit busy, but let's get right into this because chill. Tricky, messy, wow. Okay, so the Orlando Pirates is a team in our Premier League. For those of you who follow football, you know it's one of the biggest teams in South African football history and stuff. So Senzo Meyiwa used to play for this team and he was also our South African #1 goalkeeper at the time of his passing. So guys, Senzo Meyiwa passed away. He was shot and killed at his then girlfriend's house, Sgt Khumalo, who is a musician, on the 26th of October 2014. Yes, it's been that long. It's 2012 now. It's been 8 years and justice has still not been served in terms of this case. So I'm gonna get right into the case because it's juicy guys, and I'm gonna give you guys like my opinion of what I think so far in this case. Okay, so basically there are 5 accused in this case who are said to be responsible for the shooting of Senzo Meyiwa in 2016, and the case started quite a while back, and at that time I wasn't really following the case, but now I'm like really invested. Yeah, basically I wasn't really following this case like at the beginning, but I do know that there was the first witness that was called to the stand, which was Sgt Mosia. Now this is said to have been one of the first people at the crime scene. He is a forensic expert, so he was one of the first people at the scene. Now there's a lot of questions about how Mosia handled the scene, and also Naminje, I just feel like he just didn't do his job, honestly. So the defense did actually like point out Leo information. He was the first on the scene, he's a forensic expert, he knows what he was supposed to do, but for some reason he just kept saying, you know, the people in higher power kept telling me to do this and kept telling me to do that. So they were asking him how do you allow abantu to tell you how to do your job? Because mobiziwe, like when you're called to a crime scene, you call because you're an expert and you should handle this in an expert way, of which he really didn't. The first thing that I feel that he didn't do well is how he handled the crime scene. When he got there, he says he got there the first time and he didn't collect any evidence when he got there the first time. Which is crazy to me because you arrive at a crime scene, a person has been shot and killed, and you don't take pictures or anything of the evidence. Like, doesn't make sense. So he says that he only went back the following day. So this incident happened at night on a Sunday around 9 o'clock apparently, and he went to the crime scene, he says around 10, and he didn't collect evidence. Like, guys, so he went back the day after, and that's when he collected evidence, and by then I feel like it was too late. I mean, the scene of crime was contaminated. So the defense really tore his competence apart in that matter, and rightfully so, I think. Like, rightfully so. So the question I was asking myself the whole time is that, you know, this guy was supposed to be an expert at the time in his field, but he didn't do the work that he was supposed to do, like collecting evidence. Like, if you're called to a crime scene, why are you not collecting evidence the first time? Like, why did you go there gay in the first place? Like, why do you have to go back the following day to collect your evidence? Because evidence you can't right there at the scene, you know. And so that for me was a bit off on his part, you know. And another thing that I picked up on with this witness is that he tended to blame Brigadier Ndlovu a lot for everything. So when they asked him, like, when you got there, what did you do? He's like, no, this is what I did because Brigadier Ndlovu told me to do so. Or this is what I did because Brigadier Ndlovu instructed me to do so. And this Brigadier Ndlovu, mind you, died before the case started. So yeah, that witness, that's what happened with that witness. And then they went on, and then they called the second witness. With the second witness, they called Sgt Mthethwa, who was also one of the other cops that were on the scene. Now, guys, with this guy, to be quite honest, I didn't really follow the case during his evidence, well, when he was giving evidence. So I don't know much about what he said, but I do remember that he also was put on the spot with regards to his level of education when attending the scene. I'm sorry to laugh, guys, but this it's just sad with him. You know, this is what we're dealing with in South Africa when it comes to our justice system. So naye Sergeant Mthethwa, he just basically they had a lot of questions regarding his experience at the time. They had a lot of questions regarding his educational level, and it's safe to say they came to the conclusion that he wasn't experienced enough to handle such a high-profile case. Basically, that's what they said. So that was witness number 2. And another thing about witness number 2 that I remember just by the few days that I did watch him on the stand is that there was a statement that Mosia had said, which was the first witness, that he totally was like, nope, that's not what happened. So there was a conflict with the two statements of the two officers, which is crazy, because how can officers that were both there first at the scene not agree to the events or the happenings of that night, you know? So there was that conflict of the statements, where one said it was Brigadier Ndlovu who was giving him instructions to do this and this and this, and the other says, I don't know where that one got the information that it was Brigadier Ndlovu, because it was another person that was giving instruction. So now those statements do not correspond. So let us get into witness number 3, which is the one I've been following like like crazy. I've been following this one like crazy because this witness is Senzo's childhood friend. So third witness is said to be Senzo Meyiwa's childhood friend, or was or is Senzo Meyiwa's childhood friend. It's not make sure because I picked up a lot with regards to this witness. So let's get right into those details now. Okay, so firstly, this witness' name is Tumelo Madlala. He's said to be Senzo Meyiwa's best friend from the time that they were still in school or growing up, you know. So I've even got a piece of paper with everything written down, guys. That's how invested I am in this case. With this witness, what I picked up from his evidence is that he tended, I don't know, but Jay, this is my opinion, guys, and I'm no legal expert or anything like that, you know. So what I did pick up is that he tended to use the terms "I don't remember" or "I forgot" a lot when he was questioned about the events that happened inside the house. But he did testify that 2 intruders came into the house on the night that Senzo Meyiwa was killed. He says there was a short guy who came in with the gun, and then there was a tall guy that was in the kitchen. So this short guy came in the living room where they were seated and having drinks, and another guy was apparently in the kitchen. So with his testimony, he says that, okay, there's a guy that came in by the living room where they were sitting, and then there was another guy that was in the kitchen. Apparently the guy came in and asked for their cell phones and cash, and then Longwe Thwala, who is Chitchat Thwala's son. Chitchat Thwala is a music producer in South Africa. His son then stood up in the living room, pushed the intruder with the gun out of the way, and he ran out. This was Tumelo's testimony. And that is good, okay, fair enough. That's what he recalls from the incidents. That is fair enough. He was at the house, we were not, you know. But I feel that he tended to say, "I don't remember," or "I forgot," or "I don't recall," quite a lot when referring to incidents inside the house. But when the story goes on, when he goes on to talk about the events that happened after the incident in the house, he was more confident in talking. He seemed to remember quite a lot of details when it comes to the other events outside the house. So he also went as far as saying there were conversations between Chico, now Longwe's father, and Sgt Khumalo after the incident, I think a day after, at their Malberton home. And he remembers the details of those conversations very well. He was even stopped from continuing talking about those details by the state. But he remembered those very well, and then the details inside the house were a blank, or sort of, not really a blank, but they weren't coming back to him as easily as the other events. So that's what I picked up from that. And also, when he was talking about the house incident, he seemed a little emotional. He was very emotional about it, and you know, he was very emotional and wasn't really confident in speaking about what was happening in the house. But when he was talking about the events at the hospital and outside the house, everything that happened after that, he was very confident. He sounded at ease speaking about that. So there are a few things that were questioned with regards to his testimony. Let me get into those. So with Tumelo, the defense then cross-examined him, right? And in the cross-examination, there was inconsistencies with his statements. The first one was in connection with a cash sent or a cash money voucher that was sent to him. He had previously stated that the money was sent to him by Sgt Khumalo to visit in Joburg the day that Senzo was killed. But then in another statement, he said that the cash sent voucher was sent to him by Senzo, of which he tried to clarify in court and said, well, you know, Senzo is the one that I was visiting, so even if the money was sent by Kaylee, it was because Senzo had instructed him, or her, sorry, to do so. So Kaylee sent the money on instruction by Senzo, sort of thing. And then another inconsistency was in connection with his crutches. So Tumelo Madlala at the time was apparently using crutches, which came into question because he says that the ladies that were in the house when this incident took place hit one of the intruders, the one that was carrying a gun. Apparently they were hitting him with one of his crutches, and Senzo, the deceased, had the other intruder pinned against the wall. So now when questioned about his crutches, he had originally said that the crutches were taken as part of the evidence, which, sorry guys, which the defense then went on and said, I have a witness that will testify that that is not true, and that your crutches were actually not taken at the crime scene, but were fetched in Durban at a later stage. So that was the inconsistency in his statement there. The case is really hectic, guys. Like, I'm following it like religiously. It's crazy. And I can't wait for the day that justice is served, if that will ever happen. Oh, I did also forget to mention that Tumelo did point out accused number 2 in court and said that accused number 2 was the second intruder in the house. A second intruder being the one that Senzo had pinned against the wall, and the one that he had apparently punched in the face during that night. So guys, it's a mess. I'm loving the case. I'm loving how it's going so far. We will see how it turns out. Okay, so guys, that was the end of the trial so far, and it is the, what's the date today? It's the 16th of September. It's Friday the 16th of September, and cross-examination by the advocate for accused 1 to 4 has taken place, and that's what I've made of that from the third witness. And the case has been postponed. Till the 14th of November. So if you guys enjoyed this update, please let me know in the comment section so that I can do updates for the other witnesses as well, so that you catch up with the case. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Thandi Ndaba. We want to know what happened to our goalkeeper, you know. So you guys must also just let me know if you guys are keen on me doing another one of these sit downs and updating you about this case. Oh guys, I almost forgot. Another thing that was an inconsistency for me with regards to the third witness's statement is that he had said that they were going to go to a party with Senzo on the 9th, like after leaving Vosloorus. So the incident happened in Vosloorus, and he said that they were going to be going to a party. Roy Mahamudza, which is another football player in South Africa, or former football player, I don't know if he's still playing, but bottom line is that he said they were gonna go to this party. And when the defense asked him about this, he says that he has a witness that will basically tell the court that they had initially actually gone to the party prior to going to Kelly's home, which implies that they went to the party and they went to Kelly's home and they were said to return to the party, of which Tumelo denied, blatantly denied. But there's an interview on the MacG podcast with Brighton and Mthokozisi. Now Brighton is a former goalkeeper. I don't know if he's still playing, guys, but he also is a football player, and he confirms that Senzo in fact did go to this party. On this interview, he confirms that Senzo did go to this party, and in him going to this party, he didn't enter the party because his wife was apparently at the party and he was there with his side chick at the time. So yeah, we'll see how this case goes. We will see. Sissy Bashe, we are looking gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And that brings us to the end of this video, guys. If you like this video, please comment down below, and also just let me know if you guys would like me to do like updates on this trial to keep you guys updated. But do keep in mind that the trial is postponed until the 14th of November 2022, so it will be a while before another one of these videos comes up from me. But if you like this video, hit the like button, comment down below, and also if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel and become a part of our family. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, I'll be on 400 subscribers. Thank you so much for all the support, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.